I've been searching for a box of 1991 NASCAR Pro Set cards for a few months now. I like to send cards off to the drivers and get them autographed. And I realized a lot of really great cards, a lot of great photography exists in the 1991 Pro Set series. I don't believe I ever owned a set of these in the 90s or even in the 2000s when I did my second run into NASCAR cards. I may have had a set, or I may have sold a set. They weren't anything that I particularly paid attention to. There is one Davey Allison card of him running towards the camera that I thought was incredibly iconic. And I remember that because my friend Bernie, who I used to buy cards from at the trade shows in the 90s, and who taught me a lot about NASCAR cards, had an autographed Davey Allison, one of those cards of Davey Allison autographed, and it was autographed up the side, and it was just his beautiful signature. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was absolutely incredible. So anyway, I'm gonna open this box. I found a box recently. I'm gonna open it on camera, and I noticed that the guys from the NASCAR podcast had talked about this set occasionally, and I know Logan mentioned that there's a holofoil insert card that was located in a certain position in the box, and then he recently opened a 100+ card submission that he got back from PSA, and he graded that holofoil Cup Championship trophy card. So that would just be cool. I wasn't looking for that. I was gonna open one of these boxes so I could get the cards to send them out for autographs, and we'll just see if we get lucky. And I noticed that there were some instant giveaways that you could possibly find in this product, and one of them was, you could get a driver's helmet, and one thing that would have been really cool is you could have won a trip for two to the 1992 Winston All-Star, which is now the All-Star race. And that was an incredible race. That was the first time they did it under the lights. It's known as, I think, One Hot Night, and that is where Davey Allison ended up crashing, crossing the finish line with Kyle Petty, and that last lap was wild. Dale Earnhardt and Kyle Petty were 1 and 2. They ended up, Dale Earnhardt ended up wrecking Kyle. I think Kyle tapped him, and I think between 3 and 4, he ended up spinning out, hitting the wall, and then Davey just came running, not out of nowhere, but from a little ways back, and just crossed the finish line first, knocked himself out, and it was a driver's side impact on the wall, so it was a scary crash, and that was part of Davey Allison's season that year. That was an incredible season and incredible stories. So, and this was the first year that Larry McReynolds was with Davey Allison's team, at least for the full year. He might have been there at the end of 90, but I believe he started in 1991 after a few races. So correct me if I'm wrong on that. And I am excited about opening up this box and getting some cards that I can send to the drivers to get autographed. I have plenty of Macs and have always had plenty of Macs in my collection and on my radar, especially the 1992 stuff. That's such a big set. It's like a 300 card set. And 1991 is large as well, and there are a ton of crew members and crew chief, everybody is are in those sets. And this is another fairly large set. I don't know the exact number of cards in this one, and here we go, 2 stacks of cards. Let's see how many packs. 36 packs. So this is what the packs are looking like. No purchase necessary. Dallas, Texas. I live in Dallas, so it's surprising to me to learn, since I've lived here, how many of the trading card companies were based here and are here. Panini and Leaf are in Dallas. So, all right. I'm gonna just start opening up the packs. And then I think Logan, I don't know, when he mentioned that there's a holofoil card, I think he said they were the top 2 packs, or maybe it was just a topper, so I'm not 100% sure if it would have just been sitting on the top. If we get one, cool. Incredible Richard Petty card. Wow. That is definitely gonna go out to him. Neil Soapy Castles. Tim Brewer. Look at this photography. It's so interesting to look at these cards compared to the Max cards, and because I'm so familiar with those photos. And these photos I'm not. And a lot of the times, I think especially with the newer product, the thought that goes into the photography kind of gets lost in some of the design of the cards, because a lot of the players or the drivers are cut out of their surroundings, and you just kind of see, you know, an image of them. It's almost like like they're, you know, they're cut onto a background, whereas the cards back from, you know, the 90s and the 80s and all that stuff, a lot of it was based off of the miraculous photography that you could get. And to not be, it's like seeing a whole brand new version of the 90s looking through these cards. Jeff Bodine, Dick Brooks, Bill Engel, Rusty Wallace. Like, those are incredible shots. And I believe they probably shot this with like a 85mm lens that looks like a, you know, portrait camera. And that's the typical like Daytona shot where they're sitting in front of the car at the beginning of the year, you know, the beauty shots and everything, where they would usually have, you know, the press photos and things like that. At Daytona, everything was clean and crisp and new. Look at that Bobby Allison. Absolutely incredible photograph. Now, this would have been from the 70s, I believe, or the 80s. Let's see. Yep. Chad Little or Dick Lake Speed. Brett Bodine. Rooster. Oh, 2 Rickies back to back. Instant win rules. Bam. Scratch and see if a prize is yours in the winner's circle. Free copy of Pro Set Gazette. Grand prize, trip to the Winston. First prize, a genuine racing helmet worn by Winston Cup drivers. Second prize, a Winston Cup Eagle jacket. Third prize, Winston Cup bumper sticker. I would have been happy with any of those, especially as a kid. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Oh, these scissors are gonna, yeah, they're just gonna cut right through it. Yeah, I messed that one up. I'll get another one. All right, pack number 2. That is awesome. Who was driving that car at that time? Bobby Hamilton. Old Bobby. Marvin Punch. Waddell Wilson. Look at that. Old DW. So this would have been Sterling at the time. Ooh, that card is off center. Junior Johnson. Don Miller. Old Wayne. Casual Rusty. Steve Lloyd. Paul Goldsmith. Texas Terry. Look at that. That card. I don't know if I have ever seen photographs or video that have done these vibrant 90s color cars justice, like the Tide car. I guess the Tide car was 80s and 90s, and even into 2000s. Jeff Gordon's car. Seeing them on the track or in person, those cars were electric. Absolutely electric. And they were beautiful to see. Very exciting to see in person. Old Joe Ruttman, old Lake Speed. Look at that. Dave Marcus. Buck Baker. George Bradshaw. Swervin' Urban. Look at that man. Look at his haircut. Freaking crazy. Alan Kowicki. Awesome photograph of champion. Andy. Bob Wilborn. That is cool. In 1991, they had 1990 or 91. Let's see. Yeah, 91. They had all the armed forces cards. They had Army, Navy, Marines, and there's another one. My goodness. Buddy Baker got in. Quick qualifying time and started the race 16th position. Yeah, that was incredible. And Alan Kowicki drove the Army car that year, which was really cool. Jeff Bodine. One of those instant wins. I don't think I'm gonna bother trying to scratch these. I'll scratch one later. Okay. Old Rex. Ned Jarrett. Incredible. Yeah, getting a lot of classic NASCAR All-Stars greats in different photography. Bobby Hillin Jr. drove the Mellow Yellow car for a while after Kyle Petty ended up breaking his leg in a crash at Talladega. Harry Gant. Larry Frank. Look at Davey's car. Who drove that one? Joe Ruttman. Jamie Spencer. Jeffrey. Dave. And these are nice. Got some chipping, chipping on the edges and things, and that's okay. Very simple, very clean design. Really like these cards. Rick Mast. Bud Moore. Junior. Jimmy. Steve Meal. Had one of those Folgers hats, no longer. Dale Inman. There he is. Got some autographs back from him recently. Kale. Watch the Dale Jr. down. Larry Pearson, that's awesome. Watch the Dale Jr. download regularly, and there's an episode on there where Dale's talking to, I can't remember who he was talking to. And anyway, they were talking about how they set up the in-car camera with Cale Yarborough at the Daytona 500, and they're getting feedback. And inside the car, they couldn't hear what the feedback was, and they didn't know what it was, and it was Cale making engine noises while he was driving. I thought that was really, really funny. There's the Navy car. Who drove that one? Old Greg. Jumpin' Joe Ruttman. Let's see, Tim Flock. Yeah, buddy. Glenn Wood. How about that? Neil Bonnet, my man. Kenny. Eddie. Chad. Dick Moroso. Harry, look at that. Probably done with the 85mm lens. Absolutely incredible. Could have been a 100, or could have even been a 24-70 Sometimes they had 24 to 210s, I believe, or 70 to 210 or something like that. That would give you something like that with the film. Awesome. Look at that. Love that Kodak car. That car too, I mean, it looks orange. It looks orange on the card, and it looks orange in the video here. And that car was badass. Absolutely badass. Mike Waltrip. So is this one. Oof. Yep. Winston show car. Car that was shown at the tracks, I believe, and also most notably or most memorable in my mind was down at the, New York Times Square. They would have the champion hanging around this car, or at least a similar one. Mike Beam. So this would have been Dale Jarrett at the time. Yep. Robin, Fred Lorenzen, Old Allen, J.D. McDuffie. Man. Rusty, look at that car. Classic, absolute classics. Derek Cope, Wally, Rick Hendrick. Come on, man, look. That is so freaking cool. This picture must have been taken in the early 80s. Yeah, that picture's got to be from 84. Look at that. Stanley Smith. Getting a big stack of the instant win cards over here. Rick Mast. Buddy Parrott. Benny Parsons, incredible. Felix. Jim Pascal. Paschal. Sam McQuaig. Old Buddy Baker. Loved hearing Buddy Baker's voice when he was an announcer. So very unique. Larry Hendrick. Old DW. This photo looks like it was taken at Michigan International Speedway. Jimmy Spencer. You could tell because of the rust that would typically, come down on the wall there, plus how high they would run in the straightaway. This isn't a corner shot. Michigan was, one of the first kind of 2-mile tri-oval, real sweeping turn track, and it just has a distinct look. This was taken from the infield. Looks like he's crossing the finish line, although that could be some other, if there were other markers, but it looks like the start finish line. Anyway, Chuck Ryder, Miss Winston, Beth Bruce, absolutely gorgeous. Was that Rick Wilson? Yep. Old Ricky boy. This would have been Jeff Bodine at the time. Yeah. Rick Mast. Donnie Ellison. Classic photo. Wow. Jimmy Means. Look at these guys. Bob Johnson. Rusty. Oh, Rusty. Can't get. DW. Chuck Little. Alfred Allen. Leonard Wood. Look at that guy. Kyle Penn. Look at these pictures. They're just, it's great photography. Miss Winston, Renee White. Let's see. All right. Next pack going here. Elmo Langley, pace car driver. That's how I knew him. when I started watching NASCAR in the 90s, he was the pace car driver. Dale Earnhardt and other drivers used to kind of bump him. I think mostly Dale Earnhardt would, kind of on the pace laps, he'd kind of bump the car. Smokey Eunuch, Rick Wilson, old DJ, Marilyn Green, all right, Tom Pistone, Ted Musgrave. Vividly remember seeing the Family Channel car in person at Talladega when we went to practice and qualifying in 1994. And we were between turns 3 and 4, and seeing that car, like that shot, seeing the cars on that banking, you saw the top, you saw the side, you could see him working the steering wheel. It was incredible. My dad didn't bring the camera that day. Wouldn't have mattered anyway at this point because all those photos are all but gone, except for like 5 packs that I found, 5 rolls that I found. So that's a very unfortunate story that I'll tell in another time. Mark Martin, incredible photo. Jimmy Means, yeah, buddy. Ned and Dale Jarrett. Huh. That's interesting. But yeah, that's really interesting that they did a card like that. Picture of him. Ned on the back. Interesting. Harold Kinder, yeah, buddy. Dick Hutcherson. Morgan. Barry. Jeff. Dick Brooks. Ralph Seagraves. Old Kenny. Bill Engel. William Stabola of the Stabola brothers. Larry McClure. Alan Colwicki. Ricky Rudd. Jimmy Finning. Jimmy Finnig. Old Richard. Look at that car. That's got to be at Daytona. And that's the shot that I'm talking about. When you're standing on the infield between, you know, in the corner of those super speedways. This car just looked awesome. Great shot of Terry, Hut Strickland, Kyle Petty, Cotton Owens. Look at that car. Man, that Folgers car was bad to the bone. Is that Ted? Yep. Tony Glover, Ralph Moody, Len Wood, Phil Parsons, Ricky. These are great photos. And I'm excited to have all these because, again, I'm going to send a lot out to get autographed. And these are all brand new photographs to me, especially for my autograph collection. Maurice Petty, Soapy, Tim, Edwin, Jim, Leonard, Handsome, Larry Frank, Chad Little, Lake Speed. Dang, that's the second time I got that wrong. Brett Bodine, Jeff Bodine, Ricky Rudd. Man, is there... So Earnhardt, I don't think Earnhardt was in this set. And, you know, I haven't hit a single Davey yet. I wonder if the collation of these was just so specific that just, you know, certain sheets were at certain points on the box and whatever. Paul Andrews Jr., Jack Smith, Mickey Gibbs, Terry, Junie Donlevy, Kale, Ricky, is that you? Brett, dang. Butch Mock. Air Force, that's the other one. Gosh. Mickey Gibbs, look at that Ernie Irvan shot. Different from the mullet that he had. A little more cleaned up than when he had the shot of the mullet. I mean, that was cool, you know, when the drivers started getting a little more crisp. Not as crisp as they are today. It was just that in-between phase of, you know, being really in the Southern culture with the style and you know, the race car driver look, and then they started, you know, cutting their hair a little bit differently and, you know, wearing slacks and polos and things like that. And it was just an interesting time because the difference between, or how do I want to say this? The ability for them to make that transition, it wasn't that far from where they actually were. You could tell that they were still where their roots were, where they were from, what they were into, you know, and they were just kind of cutting their hair a little bit different, a little more, everything was a little more pressed, and it was really cool. It was a great time to experience NASCAR. I'm so happy that I got to experience it when I did. Ned Jarrett. Should be Hut. Driving for Bobby. DJ. Eddie. Chad. Dick. That was, oh man, come on. Joe Ruttman, right? Yeah, that's right. Michael. Yeah, see, look, the other half of the boxes, the packs are upside down. So I'm just wondering if that's part of the collation. Bud Moore, Jeff Hammond, Gary Nelson, Cuckoo Marlin, Mark Martin, Ken Schrader, Robbie Loomis, Jeff Bodine, Stavolo Brothers, Sabco. No, Felix Sabatis. Who's the other? Look at that Richard Petty card. My word. That one's going to be awesome. Kenny Bernstein. Let's actually... Okay, so something I noticed is, so this was upside down, and then this pack was upside down. Let's just open those right now. See if there was any reason for that. Oh wait, I have to finish the pack that I opened and I set aside. Richard Petty, Kenny Schrader, Harry Hyde, Bob Rahilly, Richard Jackson, Brett Bodine, Bobby, Roger, Bill Venturini, Greg Sachs, Doug Williams, Dick Moroso, David Ift. Let's just see. Maybe that holofoil card's in here. Maybe an instant win is in here. Who knows? That would be something, wouldn't it? Congratulations. Well, I guess that's on the game pieces, right? So I'd have to scratch all those. Rick Mast, Bob Whitcomb, Bud Moore, Junior Johnson, Jeff Bodine, JD, Buddy Baker, Kenny Schrader, Larry, Cale, Rick, Greg Sachs. Yep. All right. What we got here? Let's get that holofoil card. Junior Johnson. That's a great photo. Tim Flock, Glenn Wood, Neil Bonnet, Cotton Owens, Sam McQuaig, Buddy Baker, Larry Hendrick, Harry Gant, Ernie Irvin, Chuck Ryder, and that Winston card. Nope. All right, that's okay. That is all right. Mellow yellow car was so awesome to see on track too. Those bright cars back then. I mean, they have bright cars now too, and the designs are just so much more busy these days. Those cars just were, I don't know, they were just laid out just right, for my taste at least. Jack Roush. Yeah, see, we're getting into some different cards now. Benny, Felix, Terry, Miss Winston, Eddie, Jimmy, Beth Bruce. All right. Let's get these. Whoop. All right. Donnie Ellison. I'm absolutely loving these cards. I'm looking at them for what they are the first time around, and when I see the doubles, I'm thinking how beautiful those autographs are going to be on these cards. I'm ecstatic. Elmo. Smokey. Rick. Mark. Ted. Tony. Mark. Phil. Ned and Dale. Thing is, there aren't really hits in these. There's just that holofoil, and based on what Logan said, I should have hit it by now already. Harold, great photo. Dick, Morgan, Barry, Jim, Bobby, Kale, Larry McClure, Ernie, Alan Kowicki. This was Alan Kowicki. I know this is Jeff, but that's the first time we saw Robbie Loomis. And maybe Davey was in a 92 Pro set. Could have been. Unless there was a Series 2. Unless this is Series 2 or something. No? David. Rex. Gentleman. Ned. Let's see. Old Bobby. You're wondering what I'm doing. I'm breaking these cards up into piles of who I will, either I'm, setting them aside because I have a small little collection of, say, like Alan Kowicki or Mark Martin, and other ones I'm gonna get autographed. So these are the people that I'm not getting autographed. These are the cards that I'm keeping in my either a personal collection to get autographed, or just if I'm collecting the driver, like I said. Terry, Junie, Kale. The thing I noticed about this Kale card that kind of had me a little distracted is it's so much, that's flush on that side. It's just cut really wide. That's the Legends card. Let's see. Are all the Legends cards wide? No, they're not. See? Ralph Moody. Len. There it is, the Army car, Alan Kowicki. That is awesome. I remember seeing that car at War Eagle, which was our friend Donna's collectible stand at Gibraltar Trade Center. They had the decal pack for this car, and somebody built it, and it was in the showcase. And I used to just drool over this car. It was so cool, and I made one. And unfortunately, that no longer exists either. Okay, and I'll share that at some point. Now is not the time. Paul Andrews. Go Mickey. Sterling. Ricky. Kenny. Davey out of 92. Did they make Pro Set 92? They must have. Man. 4 absolute incredible legends. Absolute. More Jeff Hammond, Gary Nelson, Cuckoo, Buck, Brett, Bobby, Roger. That is such a cool card. That Richard Petty is so freaking cool. All right, we're getting down to it. I bet Davey's gonna show itself. He's gonna, you know, hopefully it'll be sometime soon. Although he might not be in this set. I thought he was. That's okay. Rusty. Bill, Greg, Terry. Gotta get Waddell, Allen. Oh wait, what am I doing? DW goes over there. All right, I got 4 packs left, including this one in my hand. Joe Ruttman, Lake Speed. Roush, Buddy Parrott, Benny, Felix. I haven't sent any cards to any of the former Miss Winstons. I don't even know if their addresses are in the available for autographs. I just, ever since, what, 94, when that Trax card came out with Brooke Gordon and sitting with Jeff Gordon on the back of that convertible as they were going around for, like, you know, the fan appreciation lap that they did at the beginning of every race. It was like game over because she was a former Miss Winston. So I was collecting her cards and it's just been a habit, you know, ever since. I don't have like a binder or anything. It's just like every time I see a Miss Winston, I set it to the side. Go Rick. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do some more research. I you know, admittedly didn't even research if there was a Series 2 or, you know, if there were different 92 cards. I just bought this box because I was looking for the specific 91 because I knew there were a lot of really great legends in these sets, and I never really bought a box. So looks like that Davey card existed probably in 92. Terry. All right. Let me at least get a coin so I can scratch one of these cards. Oh. Put a little piece of paper towel down. Did we win? Ran out of gas. Please try again. Ran out of gas. Please try again. I'm only gonna do a couple of these. A few, I guess. You ran out of gas. Please try again. Dang. Man, I keep running out of gas. All right, last one. Let's see. We're at the 40-minute mark, my goodness. Ran out of gas, please try again. All right, well that was fun. I'm delighted. Look at this stack over here that I got. Not gonna build a set or try to build a set for these. This is my stack of cards that I will collect some. Unfortunately, some of the drivers, like Alan Kowicki, no longer with us, and Mark Martin doesn't sign, and I still just set Mark Martin cards aside out of habit, and the Miss Winston cards and things like that. So those will just go into a binder or a stack for my own personal collection. The rest, I'm going to be delighted to send out to get autographed. So thank you for watching and taking your time to, if you made it this far, my goodness, I appreciate it so much. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, if you like NASCAR cards, please leave a comment about your fond memories of NASCAR cards or NASCAR in general, and I'd just love to hear from you. All right, thanks a lot. Oh, and if you want to subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you so much.